Extremely intelligent economic prognosticator Larry Kudlow is at it again, this time with another prediction. Now, Kudlow, who just last week, of course, insisted that coronavirus had been, or COVID 19, had been contained and everything was fine, is now telling Bloomberg Business Week that, you know what, the American economy, we should not be concerned about the virus's impact on that, as there is an impact and there's supply chain issues and things like that because of where it had broke out in China. And so global supply chains are a little bit wary. And so you've had a lot of stock market drop offs, essentially, including one earlier where we lost 600 points. All right. So now, of course, in an interview, Kudlow insisted, oh, no. The economy is going to be fine. 100% fine. Don't worry about anything. Right. Um, Quote, I am aware that there are going to be some speed bumps coming, but I'm talking to the president about this. Well, there's your first mistake. We're not going to panic over this at all because the economy is sound and we will get through this and then the virus will end. Well, that's it. It'll just end. Everything is going to be fine. Don't worry about it, investors. And notice that that's exactly who he's talking to. He's not talking to you or me or anybody on the street. No, he's talking directly into the Wall Street trading room, whatever they call it, right? Hey guys, don't worry, it's gonna go away, and so just keep on buying those and trading those stocks, so that we look good, basically. Um, Look, here's reality, right? It's been reported that we're not going to have a vaccine. Yes, it is in the works, but it's not going to be available for about a year. Now, Trump yesterday was talking about, oh no, I need it in about 3 to 4 months. And he went around to all the pharmaceutical company CEOs, had them at the White House, and was like, okay, what can we do about this? Can we have this vaccine in 3 to 4 months? Can we hurry it up? Can we hurry it up? No, we have look, testing is important, right? And so you've got to make sure that it's tested and that it works and that it doesn't have any adverse effects before you just release a vaccine to the public. So that's why it's going to take roughly a year, according to actual scientists. And so, unfortunately for Trump and for the markets, it's going to cause a little bit of disruption. Now, what's important is how you handle it until there is a vaccine. I mean, it would be really fantastic if everyone had health care and, didn't have to worry about possibly going bankrupt from getting tested for CV-19, which costs probably roughly around just over $3,000. So if you don't have that lying around and you're starting to feel a little ill, well, I mean, you're kind of screwed. Also, if you have to work for a living and you're starting to feel a little ill and you're not sure what it is, well, you don't exactly have the luxury of staying home because bills don't pay themselves, basically. And so, look, that's going to cause issues. And that sucks, but it's a reality. But I'm also not saying that we should all panic and run around with our hair on fire. No. What we should do is follow what the CDC is saying. Wash your hands. Just hand washing. It's so important to make sure to wash your hands thoroughly. Okay. That is that. And not just for this, but for anything. Just wash your hands. It helps so much to guard against the spread of disease. And you don't have to do anything crazy like drink colloidal silver like Jim Baker tells you to. No. Just wash your hands. But if you do feel like you're sick, limit, don't go into public places unless you're going to a doctor, okay? And that's really simple, right? Don't go crazy. Be concerned, but don't go insane. There is a mortality rate of about 3.4%. And so that is higher than regular flu, but it generally impacts people who are elderly and have more compromised immune systems. And that's who it generally tends to be more fatal for. And so, again, be careful, right? Be cautious, but also don't go too crazy. So now, The markets, however, have been going crazy. Okay. Now, there was, for example, a 700-point drop, which has Kudlow and Trump, again, very concerned, or $600 to $700 a point drop. Now, that's causing Trump and Kudlow both to put out nonsense. For example, in a recent interview with Sean Hannity, Trump says, people will be fine. You're going to be fine. Just go out and work. They'll get over it, right? They'll get better, and then this will disappear. They also said it would disappear by April because it would get warm. No, that's not what happens. No. All right. Anyway, so now, again, they're putting out nonsense. And so, again, follow the CDC recommendations. Look, if you're going to listen to somebody, at least listen to President Obama. Okay. In fact, here's what he said on Twitter. Quote, protect yourself and your community from coronavirus with common sense precautions. Wash your hands, stay home when sick, and listen to the CDC and local health authorities. So you should be fine. You should be fine. He also added, save the masks for healthcare workers. Let's stay calm, listen to the experts, and follow the science. Perfectly fine. Now, some of you might disagree, right? I don't know why you would, but with the point that I'm about to make, right? I think Obama is perfectly right. I think he's also doing it for the right reasons. You don't want to have a mass panic. You want to be concerned because it is concerning, right? And the death toll is pretty large. And so I don't want to downplay any of this, right? But at the same time, mass panic, not good for anyone. Now, what Trump and Kudlow are doing is they're underplaying this to a dangerous degree by not taking it seriously enough. There is a difference between panic and not taking it. There's a big difference between panic and concern. And so you want to be concerned. You want to be concerned because we should all be concerned, right? And be careful. But you also got to take it seriously. Okay. Now, here's why Trump and Kudlow are saying these ridiculous things. Trump wants to win elections. He thinks that his response is going to help. Downplaying a response, not going to help. No, this is a serious thing. This is a serious issue. All right. Now, Kudlow cares about the stock market. I mean, he likes the stock market when it does well because he and his buddies do very well. But the thing about Kudlow is that when you look at his track record of predictions and, what he says about what's going to happen with the stock market, he's generally hilariously wrong. For example, in 2008, he predicted that the housing bubble would not send the U.S. into a recession. That's just one example. Oops. So now, social media had a little bit of fun over this, at Kudlow's expense, of course. Doug Henwood says, since Kudlow is almost always wrong, time to double up on stocks of canned goods. Jokingly, of course. President Vivar and Certain Sparkle says, Larry Kudlow's optimism has led him astray in the past. LOL. Indeed. And then adds, regular effing Nostradumb ass. C. Garish says, when has Kudlow ever been right? Why would this time be any different? And besides, he's just reading the lines he's been given. And Capital Private Asset says, Kudlow said the same exact thing before every crisis hit. Fraudster retired. You're a menace to the markets. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on, and you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.